You are welcome to learnarabiceasily.com. Download our videos to beautify your home with Arabic and Islamic knowledge.
Assalamu alaikum. You're welcome to grammar class as usual. Our topic today is signs of Rof'U. Let's get started. So today we're going to learn علامات الرفع, the signs of Rof'U, and also we're going to learn al-amthilatu, a lot of examples. Let's get started. So علامات الرفع, there are four major signs for Rof'U, and don't forget that the basis of Rof'U is ad-dhammah. So the first is ad-dhammah, the second is thubut an-nun, the third is al-waw, and the fourth is al-alif. We are going to take them one after the other. So let's start with علامات الرفع. Dhammah. The dhammah appears في أربعة مواضع, in four different places. So the first is al-ismu al-mufrad, or you say fil ismi al-mufrad, in the singular noun. For example, we say وَقَالَ اللَّهُ, and Allah said, because Allah is always singular and Allah is in the position of subject here, because subject takes Rof'U. Therefore the only Rof'U we can give to Allah is dhammah. Yes, dhammah can also appear في جمع التكسير, in the broken plural. For example, you say الرجال قوامون على النساء. This is a verse of the Quran. Allah says الرجال قوامون على النساء. الرجال starts the sentence and it is al-mubtada, the subject, and it's supposed to take Rof'U. So the only Rof'U it takes here is dhammah, because it is jam'u taksir, the broken plural. Another is, the third is jam'u al-mu'annath as-salim, the feminine plural, the feminine plural. جاءت المسلمات, جاءت المسلمات. So al-muslimat is in the subject position and it takes Rof'U. The Rof'U it takes is dhammah. جاءت المسلمات means the female Muslims came. The fourth is الفعل المضارع الذي لم يتصل بآخره شيء, the present tense in which nothing joins its end. For example, we have سيقول السفهاء. Allah says in the Quran, and the foolish people will say. So يقول is singular, not only singular, nothing joins the lam in the front. Therefore the lam takes Rof'U and the Rof'U is dhammah. يقول. Now let's go to al-i'rab, the analysis. So a teacher will ask you to do the analysis of this. وَقَالَ اللَّهُ, and Allah said. So we start with قَالَ. قَالَ is فعل ماضٍ, the past verb, and it is always مبني على الفتح. It is permanently uninflected with fatha. Allah is al-fa'il, that is the subject. You say مرفوع بالضمة, it is given Rof'U by dhammah. So let's go to the Rof'U represented by nun, or we say thubut an-nun. It is in one case, and the case is al-af'al al-khamsa, the five verbs. And the five verbs are verbs that end in nun. They include تفعلين, يفعلان, تفعلان, يفعلون, and تفعلون. These are present verbs, and they end in nun. So the nun is the Rof'U for all this verb. For example, you say يذهبون إلى القاضي. They are going to the judge. So يذهبون here ends with nun. So you say فعل مضارع مرفوع وعلامة رفعه ثبوت النون. Another example is يذهبان إلى الدرس. Two of them are going to the lesson. So the Rof'U here is also the nun. So let's do the analysis together of يذهبون إلى القاضي. So we start with يذهبون. Don't forget that يذهبون is what type of tense? It is a present tense because it starts with ya, and ya is a letter that is added to a past verb to make it present. However, يذهبون is a present verb. Now let's do the analysis together. فعل مضارع present verb مرفوع بالنون. You simply say it is given Rof'U by nun or ثبوت النون لأنه من الأفعال الخمسة. The Rof'U is supposed to be Dhamma, and since you cannot tell us that it is Dhamma, you have to give us the reason for being nun. Therefore we say لأنه من الأفعال الخمسة, because يذهبون is part of the 5 verbs. Now let's go to إلى. إلى is حرف الجر أو حرف جر. It is a preposition that gives كسرة. القاضي. القاضي, the first thing we're going to say about Al-Qadi is it is اسم مجرور. It is a name that is given jarru. By what? By إلى. Let's go right. اسم مجرور بإلى. It is a name that is given jarru by إلى. وعلامة جره الكسرة المقدرة على الياء. And the sign of his jarru, of his kasra, is the kasra that is internally kept on the ya. That is internally kept on the ya. Al-Qadi, the kasra is supposed to be under the ya, but because it is heavy for us to pronounce it, we actually keep the kasra inside the ya, instead of the kasra to be under the ya. منع من ظهورها الثقل. What prevented us from showing up the kasra under the ya because the ila has entered onto al-qadi is الثقل. الثقل means the heaviness. It is very heavy for us to say إلى القاضي. إلى القاضي. And don't forget that the Arabs, there is a particular principle we are supposed to know about them. يفرون من الثقل. They run away from heaviness. Yes, we have al-wa as alamatun min alamat al-raf'i, as a sign of Rof'U. Let's see where wa appears. Wa appears as Rof'U in jam'ul mudhakkar as-salim, in the plural, in the male plural. جاء المسلمون. The Muslims came, or the male Muslim came. So al-muslimuna here is the subject, and it takes Rof'U. Wa alamat raf'ihi, the sign of his Rof'U is wa. And the reason is because it is jam'ul mudhakkar, the plural or the male plural, as-salim, that is free from, or that is not broken. And it also appears in al-asma'u al-khamsa, in the 5 special names. You can see we say Ja'a Abuka, your father came. So the Rof'U here is for Abun is wa. Ja'a Abuka, your father came. So if you want to do the analysis, you say Abu is the subject, marfu'un, it is given Rof'U normally because it's a subject. Wa alamatu raf'ihi al-wa, and the sign of his Rof'U is wa. You now tell us the reason. The reason is because لأنه من الأسماء الخمسة. This part of the 5 special names. So al-asma al-khamsa include abuka, akhuka, hamuka, dhu malin, anfuka. Abuka means your father, akhuka means your brother, dhu malin means the owner, sahibu mal, owner of money, anfuka means your mouth. So all these words or all these nouns, they are called al-asma'u al-khamsa. So we're going to learn shurutul asma' al-khamsa, the principles guiding al-asma' al-khamsa for them to be able to fit into the course or into discussion. The first one is an yakuna mukabbara. You must not make a name or any of the asma' al-khamsa to be smaller. It has to be bigger. Musaghar, if you make it to be smaller, for example, akhun, that is smaller, will be ukhayyun. So ukhayyun cannot fit into discourse. That is, you cannot make wa to represent the rof'u in ukhayyun. Another musaghar, making to be small of abun, is ubayj. Ubayjun does not fit into this particular discussion. So the second principle is أن يكون مضافا إلى غير ياء المتكلم. You have to annex it into any word except the ya of the speaker. The ya of the speaker is, for example, you say abi or you say akhi, my father or my brother. So the wa will not show at all. So mudafan ila ya il mutakallim. So when you annex it into ya of the speaker, it becomes akhi or abi, and akhi and abi cannot fit into what we are saying here. So let's do the analysis together. So I have example, جاء المسلمون. Don't forget that جاء is the past verb and is always permanently uninflected. جاء is فعل ماض مبني على الفتح. It is permanently given fatha. المسلمون is the subject, so you say فاعل مرفوع بالواء. It is given rof'u because the duty of every subject is for it to have rof'u. It is the right. So marfu'un bil wa, it is given rof'u by wa, not dhamma, that is the basis of rof'u. لأنه جمع المذكر السالم. Since you are moving away from dhamma to wa, you have to tell us the reason for doing that. So you say لأنه جمع المذكر السالم, because it is the plural, male plural. So the fourth is al-alif. An alif can also represent a rof'u, where fi al-muthanna, in dual name. For example, you say جاء المسلمان, the two Muslims came. So what is the rof'u here? The rof'u here is alif. So let's do the i'rab of جاء المسلمان. So جاء, don't forget, is always فعل ماض مبني على الفتح. And how do we do the analysis of al-musliman? Al-musliman is فاعل مرفوع بالألف. It is given rof'u by alif. Then you have to tell us the reason. لأنه مثنى, because it is a dual name. Shukran, thanks for watching. Goodbye.